was a little book when I was a kid. My name is uncommon. It's very old. So you can't find anything with, like, those little keychains. It's rare to find something with my name on it. So my mother found a book when I was a baby that it's called Sadie's Song. And it's about a little girl who just runs around singing at people. Pretty accurate, I'd say. So when I needed a stage name, I felt like that was suitable. I was 12 probably, and my uncle was having an event. He's a preacher, and they had a stage where people would come up and play music, and after the people that were supposed to play music, scheduled to play, they asked anybody else if they wanted to play. At that point, I didn't play guitar. I hardly knew what singing was. So I went up and sang a song in front of all of these, like a room full of people in a nice little dining hall in a church, and sang, I think, Valerie. It is done. Finally. It took a long time. August of 2017. So, math. Time. How long is that? I don't know. But it feels like forever. It's a good snapshot of what I was feeling then, and because those half the songs on the EP were created weeks before we started recording them. So it's a really good representation of where I was in my life then. Like Colorado. That was written about a man that I had been dating on and off for 4 months, and didn't necessarily want the same things that I did. It really hurt. I had never been hurt that much by a lover in particular. Like, I've been hurt by other people, but not someone that I had spent that kind of time with, So the last image I have in my head of him is laying in my bed, playing me a song on the guitar and singing while I'm getting ready for work. And one of the lines in the song, how's your mother and how's your brother? Have you found another lover? Does she sing to you, or do you feel the same way about them, And that's difficult to relive every time you play. Another song on the EP that I hate playing because it's just too much for me to take is Out of Control. And that song isn't even written about something that I went through. It was about a friend of mine's relationship that was very unhealthy. You want to talk about fire and gasoline. It was just explosive. Playing it, it's just so much emotion and it's so intense. And I can't play, it's a curse and a blessing because I can't play a song without conveying all of the emotion, and just screaming about it, or you can see it on my face whenever I play. My face looks absolutely ridiculous because I'm making all of the faces and all of the emotion, and I can't help it. I can't. My favorite song on the album is probably Kaylee. That's written about my best friend. She's a big part of my life, and it was just, I didn't have a job after I got out of college. I went back home to live with my mom, and I didn't have any money to travel to see her. So the song is just about driving to see her and missing her whenever she's not around. I had to grow up quickly. I didn't have to, but when I was 15, my grandmother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And she was everything to my mother. My grandmother is half the reason why I have manners. When she died, my mother had quite a few surgeries on her back, and she had a lot of medical problems. And then shortly after, my grandfather died, my mother's father. And my father was around, but not as much. He kind of just fell off the face of the earth, drank a lot, took a lot of painkillers, and got into gambling eventually. And my mother was never the same. Like, how do you lose both of your parents in the span of a year and a half? It got bad. Like, it wasn't. There was no physical abuse. but he screamed a lot. I've been called useless more than I should have. And there is a home that in the middle of the song, the line is like, we're in the kitchen where Daddy screamed. He screamed for Mama and whiskey neat. I can't picture the house or the living room, but I can see Mama's face when we left for good. That's about that situation. And it's funny enough that song is called Home, because that's what home was to me. My mother is a good bit of why I've been so successful and where I'm at now, you know. She helped me fund this EP and has been to too many shows, in my opinion. And she bought me my first guitar. So she's always been, go do it. Do the thing. I believe in you. Understanding. Understanding is good. Whether that be trying to gain an understanding or there's an established understanding. I think that would be a good word. There are a lot of questions in a lot of the songs, but like Girl Uptown, that's about being forgotten, trying to gain an understanding of why I would be a second choice to somebody else. Colorado's the same thing, trying to understand why. Don't you remember all of these fantastic moments that we had? Doesn't that mean anything to you? And then the end of the song is me just singing no. Everyone takes whatever they want away from a song. That's why I don't like describing how I wrote a song or where the song comes from before I play it, because I want people to take away whatever they want to take away. After you play a song and put it out in the world, it's no longer mine. It's whoever's listening to it. I'm completely fine with that. I guess my takeaway would be those emotions that I don't want to relive anymore, or that I've grown up. Even though, I mean, everybody thinks you don't. I know it all. I'm gonna stay this way for the rest of my life, but you do. You grow. You're not the same person you were 5 seconds ago, a day ago, a week ago. You know, I've grown. I want to go on the road. I don't think I'm good at being in one place. Writing my songs, though, for sure. Maybe a full-length album in a year or two. But tour is number one right now. I mean, I thank everybody who played on it and who gave me their time. Ben Nicholson recorded, produced, engineered all of it. It wouldn't be it if it wasn't for Ben. I owe Ben a great deal. But everyone I've ever interacted with or played music with, anybody who's told me don't stop doing what you're doing, I owe them a great deal. Out of control.